Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you the things that you may have missed in your favourite games so that you can look cool in front of the Amazon delivery driver. Leaving a like is always a really cool thing to do, and be sure to leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and I will make sure that you get a shout out in the credits at the end of a future video. So it's finally summer, which means we're all meant to stop playing games and touch grass. Well, you could do that, or you could pick up the Eggcellent Acer Nitro 17 Advanced with AMD, which has kindly been provided by Acer and AMD, and take your games with you. This laptop is a very powerful machine, coming equipped with an AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS processor, which is great for not only playing the latest games, but will also render video projects in a flash. All that power will of course generate a lot of heat. It's lucky then that the Nitro 17 also comes with a newly refined chassis which allows for dual fan cooling, dual intakes and quad exhausts, which basically means that whatever the temperature outside is, your shiny new laptop will be cooler than the other side of the pillow. This new chassis also means you get a 4-zone RGB keyboard, which you can customize to your liking. And with the excellent 17-inch Quad HD 165Hz refresh rate screen, you can be the talk of the town with your fancy new laptop. To check out the Acer Nitro 17 Advanced with AMD, click the link in the description. Not only do your clicks support the channel, but you might find yourself with a brand new laptop on your doorstep in the time it takes to say heatwave. Right, let's begin today's video with Fallout 4. Now, the beginning of Fallout 4 is really damn cool. You begin by signing up with Vault-Tec in case of a nuclear emergency, and as luck would have it, a nuclear emergency takes place not 5 minutes later. It's at this point that you, your wife and your son Sean are supposed to run to the nearby vault. But aren't you forgetting someone? In your panic to leave the house, poor old Codsworth gets left behind. Now, there is no option to take him with you, but for those of you who were raised with good manners, you can say goodbye first.
Codsworth, stay safe, buddy.
And your family as well, sir? Oh,
Residents of Sanctuary are registered.
may I say what an
Vault
honor
11
it has been to serve
immediately.
you and your family. Oh, now don't you worry about me, sir. You have your family to think about. Go on.
Now, I must have played the beginning of Fallout 4 more than 20 times to record certain footage, but not once did I try speaking to Codsworth after the announcement on the TV. So I think it's really cool that you can say goodbye before you leave. So considering it was released in 2008, Saints Row 2 is home to some really cool details. We've already covered what happens if you try to hold up a blind man and the fact that your character will sing along to the radio. But what we haven't covered is the gong found in the Chinatown district. Now, shooting the gong unfortunately doesn't do anything, but if you grab a passerby and launch them into it, this will happen. Now, I know this is a pretty straightforward detail. I mean, the gong goes gong, but I love that the only way to get it to make this noise is to Hail Mary an innocent NPC at it. The other detail from Saints Row 2 is actually pretty clever. When killing people in Saints Row 2, they will sometimes drop piles of money. This isn't anything new, of course, open world games have been doing this for years. Well, if you head to the poor part of town, like the trailer park at Elysian Fields, whenever you kill someone here, they will only drop coins. In fact, I spent a good 10 minutes testing this theory, and not a single person dropped an actual wad of cash. Now, I'm sure that Grand Theft Auto does something similar, but for a game from 2008, this is a pretty nice attention to detail. So if you've been watching for a while, you'll know that I love LEGO games, though there is one LEGO game that has kind of passed me by. LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean tells the story of the first 4 films, but in a typically charming LEGO way. This was also one of the last LEGO games to not feature voice acting, which I know that some people prefer. Anyway, when exploring the game's hub world, you can use Jack's compass to find a buried chest. Inside the chest are coins that, when picked up, will change your regular looking Pirates of the Caribbean character into a skeleton Pirates of the Caribbean character. Now, as far as I can tell, every character in the game that can pick up and hold an item is given a skeleton makeover when holding the coin. That is, apart from Davy Jones, who just seems much happier. Oh, and because I love seeing what happens if you go out of bounds in games, if you swim too far in LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean, the inevitable will happen. Next up is the Eggcellent Fallen Aces. Now, I mentioned in Thursday's video that Fallen Aces is an immersive sim, hence the inclusion of the famous 451 code, or at least a variation of it. Well, it seems there might be a new go-to trick for any game wanting to be considered an immersive sim. In Fallen Aces' second level, you can enter the harbour office, though the door to the back is locked. Examining the control next to the door and following the wires reveals that the button for the door is in this room. Now, I tried crouching under the gap in the reception window with no luck, and I was close to giving up. Then I remembered something from one of my favourite games. So I picked up a stapler and did this. So throwing the stapler at the button caused the gate to open, and personally I think that's brilliant. Now, the first game that I saw do something like this was 2017's Prey, where you could use a toy gun to fire a foam dart through a broken window to open a door. I don't know why, but things like this always make me feel smart when I pull them off. The other Fallen Aces detail is the complete opposite of what I just shared. In fact, it's 6 straight minutes of a man fighting for his life on the toilet. Now, I don't expect you to sit through 6 minutes of a man taking a dump, though if that is something that you'd enjoy, no judgment, but I will edit the toilet break down to the funniest parts. Anyway, enough build up, here is the thrilling battle between one man and his poo.
Finally. Been holding this in forever. Alright, here it goes. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, I can't wait to see this in the toilet. Oh, man. It keeps going. Jeez Louise. Must have been diesel. Uh-oh. No, not now. No, come on. No. Oh, no! Oh, not today! Shit. I think I need to flush. It's starting to fill the bowl. I can feel it coming up against me. God, why don't they make these damn things bigger? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. I'm a fucking ace. Oh, thank God the boss started giving me longer breaks. All right. Come on, I know there's a little more in there. Let's see. Hey, somebody out there? Look, I'm just getting started. You're gonna want to come back later, pal. It's the big one.
Speaking of excellent first-person shooters that released recently, up next is Selaco. And yes, it's another video game fish tank. In the bar area, if you shoot the tank's glass, the water will only drain to where you shot. And if you know me, this is still one of my favourite kind of details in games. Oh, and if you completely empty the fish tank, the fish will flail around a bit before dying, which, despite upsetting fish lovers across the globe, is still really cool. Now, I don't know about you, but there is nothing quite like an early 2000s licensed PS2 game. I mean, at the time, I would avoid them like the plague. But playing them now, it makes me nostalgic for a time that licensed games were pumped out on a regular basis, regardless of how good they were. One of these licensed games that gets me in my feels is The Incredibles' Rise of the Underminer. It's your typical licensed PS2 game, as in it's nothing to write home about. But there is a cool detail that can be heard at the main menu. If you leave the game idle, the Underminer will say a couple of funny lines of dialogue.
Your delay increases the amount of havoc I, the Underminer, shall wreak. The longer you wait, the less chance you have to defeat me. Take your time, success will be mine. It won't be long until you are begging for mercy. Give it about an hour.
So that's it. If you know of any cool things in games that you think I should check out, then please leave them down in the comments. Big or small, obvious or not obvious, if I think it's cool, I'll include it in a video and of course credit you like these people here. As always, thank you all for watching and I'll speak to you all soon.